In this edition, executives sign annual performance plan with the Parliament. China and Senegal pledge to further deepen ties. Hello and welcome. This is Obian Amankareli with the news. Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, has held discussion with executives and ministers on ways of building effective, accountable and transparent institutions. Following the discussion, the executives and ministries have signed annual performance plans with the standing committees of the Parliament. According to the Office of the Prime Minister, the Parliament has a responsibility to ensure the accountability of the executive and ministries. The move will allow the Parliament to play its role effectively, the office added. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy and Speaker of the House of People's Representatives Muferiat Kamil oversaw the signing of the plan. President of the Oromia Regional State, Lamma Magarsa, called on scholars to contribute their level best in reforms and development agendas of the country. Oromia State University has graduated over 4,000 students where the call came out. Lata Teresa has more from Daraj Jagadas report.
The Ethio-Eritrea peace deal has demonstrated the commitment of leadership the world needs to demolish walls and build peace among communities and nations. The outgoing United Nations resident and humanitarian coordinator to Ethiopia, Ziakonwa Onyeke, said the historic agreement came to reality following the pledge of the newly appointed Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed to end the 2 decades stalemate between the two nations in his inaugural speech in April. In an exclusive interview with INA, the recent astonishing moves have demonstrated the leadership which the world battle needs.
We are facing a world today where many leaders are not promoting this kind of reconciliation and bridge building. So the two countries, in agreeing to this peace deal, have demonstrated that they have demonstrated leadership, that we need to tear down the walls, not build the walls between.
Oromia State University has graduated 4,036 students with first and second degrees. 108 of them are MA graduates for the first time in the history of the university. Acting president of the Oromia State University, Nuguse Tadesse, said the university has graduated more than 30,000 students since its establishment. Nuguse underscored that the university will sustain its contribution in producing skilled manpower.
I would like to deliver my message to you to support the transformation goal of our country, avoiding a rent-seeking mentality and bad deeds, strengthening national consensus, unity and love.
State Minister of Education Dr. Samuel Kifle, for his part, stressed that more is expected from the graduates to succeed the progress being seen both at regional and national level. On the graduation ceremony, President of the Oromia Regional State, Lamma Magarsa, noted that the university has produced plenty of scholars so far, thus its fruit is being seen, he added. The president underlined that his government would support the university in all aspects to enable it to achieve its foundational objectives.
To be victorious and live a civilized world, education is very important, more than any property. It is not a natural resource which sets us free, leads us towards change and paths of civilization. It is only education.
President Lamma urged the graduates to serve the public with high commitment.
You didn't learn to improve only your own life, but also your country. The level of education couldn't determine the level of intellect, but it can be measured by what he can contribute to his nation, the good work he did, and creativity he made for his country.
He also called upon the graduates to contribute their share in realizing the ongoing change.
It is your obligation to play your level-based, being part and parcel of the changes being seen both at region and national level. You must be additional force and realize it.
Some graduates OBN talked to vow to help the progress with their profession. I'm ready and eager more than ever, especially as it is the time when women came to power. With my responsibility, I'm very happy because I have double responsibility, she said.
We apologize for the technical problem because they created. Technology sometimes creates that kind of mess. By the way, President Lama Magarsa of the Oromia Regional State has got an honorary doctorate degree from Jimma University and is now an honorary doctor, Lama Magarsa. And we apologize for that problem. And the outgoing United Nations resident and humanitarian coordinator to Ethiopia, Isiakonwa Onoche, said the Ethio-Eritrean peace deal has demonstrated the commitment of leadership the world needs to demolish walls and build bridges among communities and nations. Leta Teresa again has more from Anna's dispatch.
The Ethio-Eritrea peace deal has demonstrated the commitment of leadership the world needs to demolish walls and build bridges among communities and nations, the outgoing United Nations resident and humanitarian coordinator to Ethiopia, Isiakonwa Onoche, said. The historic agreement came to reality following the pledge of the newly appointed Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed to end the 2 decades stalemate between the two nations in his inaugural speech in April. In an exclusive interview with INA, Ahona Isiakonwa Onoche said the recent astonishing moves have demonstrated the leadership which the world battle needs.
We are facing a world today where many leaders are not promoting this kind of reconciliation and bridge building. So the two countries, in agreeing to this peace deal, have demonstrated that they have demonstrated leadership, that we need to tear down the walls, not build the walls between hearts, families, communities, and nations.
Africa and the international community are lauding the peace deal as remarkable and exemplary to the continent and the world. In connection with this, the outgoing coordinator said,
and for me as an African, this is a proud moment because it's a teaching moment for the world. These two countries could have continued to have these hardened borders between themselves, but they chose a different path. And we really hope that the world could rally behind this kind of initiative.
Isiakonwa Onoche called on the international community to advocate such initiatives. She revealed that the UN is looking to support the sustainability of the peace deal, adding that the agreement is very important and encouraging first step that requires support for both countries. Infrastructure, for instance, is going to be important between cities and between two countries.
We need to now rally as an international community behind this in terms of development, in terms of the social as well as the economic aspects that need to be deployed to support a sustainable way forward.
According to her, the security and safety of the population to be able to cross the border is going to be important, and the condition of refugees between the two countries and voluntary returnees should be facilitated. What has happened is remarkable, she said, adding that the world has registered the hope that has been created and the people have registered this hope and this positive energy as well. Isiakonwa Onoche noted that the past frozen situation had a negative impact on both sides, We welcome this historic initiative to soften the borders between the two countries and then allow for rejuvenation of their friendship and relationship. Ethiopia and Eritrea have agreed to reestablish economic ties in various spheres, including the utilization of port services, aviation, and formal diplomatic missions. Accordingly, Ethiopian Airlines has resumed direct flight to Asmara, the capital of Eritrea, and the embassy of Eritrea opened in Ethiopia.
The relationship between Eritrea and Ethiopia, that re-establishment, is good news for even the entire Africa. Afan Oromo textbook, Oxford of Alphabet Abajada, was distorted a year ago, and it created many complaints among the public. But now, that has been corrected, and the books are prepared and ready for distribution for the next academic year. And President of the Oromo State, Lamma Magarsa, on the event appreciated scholars who contributed tirelessly for the success of this thing. Fukadu Burhanu takes up Jala Barkas report.
It is remembered that Afan Oromo textbooks of grade 1 up to 4 have been prepared by disordering the alphabet of the language and caused public complaints. Understanding this, the Oromia Regional State Government have decided to stop teaching with the book after its problem is identified by research. Accordingly, new Afan Oromo subject textbooks of grade 1 up to 4 have been prepared with the right alphabet. Head of the Oromia Education Bureau, Dr. Tola Boriso, said that with the decision of the Oromia Regional State, the previous book have been removed and the new one has prepared.
The book prepared now are for grade 1 up to 4, as well as books which would serve in the college and teaching. Scholars have participated in preparing this book. We have also participated language experts of Kamise, Dore-Dawa, Harar, and Benishangul Gumuz.
President of the Oromia Regional State, Lamma Magarsa, on the event noted Afan Oromo is political and economic identity of the Oromo people. He also thanked scholars who have participated in the process of preparing the books through keeping the right alphabetical order.
Hojii keessan har'aatiin dhalataa Oromoo miliyoonota lakkaa'amutu boru nama ta'a. Ilma namaa sabaaf ta'u biyyaaf ta'u nama ta'u uumtani waan taataniif yeroo kamiyyuu namnis seenaanis isiniin dagatu.
Within your today's work, you will be guide 1 million Oromos in the right way. With what you did, you will be remembered by history and your people forever. So I would like to thank you for keeping your promise and contributing these historical things for your nation.
Lama underscored that his government is ready to use the knowledge and experiences of the scholars in solving socio-economic and political problems of the region.
Akka hoggansaatti waa hunda beekuun nurraa eegamu. Waa hunda beekuus hin dandeenye.
As a leader, it's not expected from us to know everything, as well as we couldn't do that. What's expected from us is using the disseminated knowledge and resource collectively through facilitating the situation. As we have started, we are ready to work with our scholar in order to solve our people's problem.
The scholars who have participated on the preparation of the books have been awarded on the occasion. On the occasion, the Oromia Education Bureau logo has also inaugurated.
It was OBN's journalist who first got this information of distorting the order of an Oromo alphabet, ABCD, that's Abacha, and Abraham Bruhi was now left to summer out. Anyway, that was success of this organization. The federal police has intercepted $10 million while trying to be smuggled out of the country. Commissioner Zainu Jamal said that dollar has been intercepted through the campaign launched to control illegal transaction of dollars in the country. The operation has been conducted in collaboration with the Finfinne City and Oromia police. Individuals who are suspected of this smuggling are in police custody. Zainu added the weapons and ammunition have also been intercepted in various parts of the country, including Finfinne City. Police has suspected that the trafficking of the weapons and the dollars are linked. According to Zainu, the attempt to smuggle the dollars out of the country is intended to purchase weapons that would be smuggled into the country so as to be used to disturb the stability of the country. Zainu said the campaign launched at controlling traffic of dollars will be strengthened. OBN's Ephraim Tefera reported. Welcome back. Now to the news from West Africa. Chinese President Xi Jinping arrived in Senegal on Saturday for the country's first state visit by a Chinese head of state in 9 years amid rapidly growing bilateral ties in recent years. She was awarded Senegal's highest honor, the Grand Cross of National Order of the Lion, by Senegalese President Macky Sall during his visit. The honor was created to reward distinguished services and is only assigned sparingly in order not to discredit it. President Xi, on behalf of the Chinese government and the people, conveyed through President Sall cordial greetings and good wishes to the government and people of Senegal. Xi said it is his fourth visit to Africa since he assumed office as Chinese president in 2013, and that Senegal is the first stop of his ongoing African tour and his first visit to a West African country as Chinese president. The two nations, he said, have witnessed close political exchanges, ever-increasing mutual trust, a steady advancement of mutuality beneficial and cooperation, rich and colorful cultural and people-to-people exchanges, and close coordination and cooperation on regional and international affairs. She noted that he and Sall agreed to elevate the two countries' ties to a comprehensive strategic cooperation partnership and reached many consensuses on expanding bilateral cooperation in 2013. The Chinese president arrived in Senegal after finishing his state visit to the United Arab Emirates, UAE, on Saturday. Senegal is the second stop in Xi's first overseas trip after being re-elected Chinese president in March. He has already visited the UAE and will also pay a state visit to Rwanda and South Africa. CGTN reported. Thank you for watching. Have a good time. But up next comes the pick of the week. I'll be back with that. Don't go away, please.